Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we are currently working on getting ourselves some more Mediterranean coastline here, as well as some more northern coastline up here. In fact, just generally coastline. We like coastline. Coasts are good. Coasts are very good. Are we truce to the Byzantines? We are not. Okay. So what do we want to go after here? We've got a de jure here. That's not great. We've got a de jure. That's the only de jure. This would normally be a decent claim here. As it is, it's not good for us. Most of these claims are probably not going to be any good for us, in all honesty. I think that we should just do a holy war for a duchy. This is a good duchy for us. No doubt about that. Is there a better duchy? Well, let's find out. Let's see. Epirus is down here. Upper Bosnia is definitely not good for us. No? Nope. Definitely not. Where's this one? Am I blind? Oh, it's right here. Okay. Sure. This one isn't terrible, but it's only 2 counties. Up here? Not great. I think ultimately that we're going to want to go for like Ephesus. It's only 2 counties. But ultimately we're just going to have to chip away at this. So we'll declare this. And we'll raise up our men-at-arms here. We'll also raise some levy troops. How many of each are we going to need? Not that many, actually. They've only got like 15k. Cool. Okay. So we've got our 15k troops here, and we're just waiting on our men-at-arms to show up. They'll get here soon. We'll head out and start a slow siege until they get here. Cool. We do need a new chancellor, and that will be this guy. He's very angry. And that's because he's the wrong religion. Interesting. I doubt we can really budge him off of minus 100, but we'll send him a gift here. Yeah, still minus 100. We'll give it a go. The worst that happens is he declines. Yeah, he declined. Okay. Not a big deal. So we'll group these guys together. And we actually could grab ourselves another... Not a castle up here, but we can grab ourselves a temple. So we'll revoke this temple. Fantastic. And we probably still need to construct in our capital. Yeah, we do. There we go. There's so many buildings in our capital. It's insane. I'm definitely not used to having that many buildings in one location. But that is our capital maxed out for the time being. And we'll make our way on down here. Now, we're entering the High Medieval era here. Okay. So advanced bow making is going to finish up. That's not hugely beneficial to us. It's a little beneficial, I suppose. We do have some archers in our Vigmen. We may end up wanting to replace... Was that our Vigmen that are archers? Yes. We may end up wanting to replace them with crossbowmen. But we'll see. So we're going to come up here and fight them. They're going to pile in, but they don't have the numbers. It's not going to work. Cool. So we win that fight. We'll come over here and siege. And we'll see where they end up going. We're at 64% war score. That battle was worth 39%. Not bad. Not bad at all. So we'll siege this very, very quickly. And then we'll head down over here. Now, they're making their way back-ish. I'm not sure exactly where they're going. But I'd like to intercept them up over here in, like, Abydos. That said, they're moving fairly quickly. Really? That's the location you chose to siege back. That's not smart, but okay. If that's what you want to do, this could end the war for us. And it did. Fantastic. We'll enforce those demands and disband our troops. Now, these are both Orthodox, which isn't ideal, but this guy's imprisoned. We can convert him and release him from prison. Done. Now, we definitely need to create a duchy down here, which we will go ahead and do. No problem whatsoever. And that will go to you. Show only the recent titles. The Jarldom of Achaia. There we go. Fantastic. And now we need a new spy master, which would mean this fine gentleman. Okay. Nothing too major up there. I do want to come back after these guys, though, because we can holy war for... which duchy was it? This one. This gives us their entire coastline here. Of course, they've still got coastline over this way and all up in here. It's the whole thing. But it gives us the entire Mediterranean coastline. And that's perfect. We are going to have to grant out this county. That will have to be independent. But that'll be fine. So we'll raise up our troops here. And how many does he have? 30,000. Okay, that's a fair number. And he called in a holy order. 38,000. Okay. Ally joins. Still 38,000. Nothing too major. A claim on Ionia. How rude. Okay, they're sieging down over here. That's currently not too scary. Not too scary at all. Here comes their primary force. And even that's not too scary. We're going to group this together. We're going to split off our mangonels, and that's a little bit more than I wanted to split off. More like this. We're going to send them over here to siege. Where do we have a siege commander? There were a couple up there that were unavailable, but here's one. He'll do. Okay, we're going to bring these troops down. We outnumber them pretty heavily. And we're going to fight them right here. Now, they're going to start piling in, but they lose this. Cool. So this siege finished, and we're going to head up, I think, actually, up this way. There we go. Okay. So we defeated them there. It wasn't a hugely convincing defeat, but it was a defeat. We're going to head down this way. They're probably retreating to their capital. We do have a learning perk available, and we can take, like, restraint if we wanted to, but I don't think there's a huge amount of point to that. We'll take pedagogy. And I'm interested in seeing... Yeah, that's what I was afraid they were going to do. We are going to catch most of their army here. This is good. This is very, very good. Okay. We actually stack wiped that? No, we didn't. It just showed up weird. Sounds good. We're going to come up and reinforce this. These guys are on their way up here. We can't really siege here, but we can potentially fight someone here. Actually, if they're going to siege here, that's fine. This is completely fine. I love this. Why would they do this? This is a terrible idea for them. Okay, so we're going to definitely put this lady in as our marshal. That siege is still underway. No problem there. We lost our leadership here. We'll put this guy in. And we're going to head back to their capital here. That's almost certainly where they're retreating. Okay, this siege will finish up shortly. Any moment now. Boy. Those sieges take a while. Okay, so we're going to head down over here, and they're actually sieging out over here. Again, this is a terrible decision. I don't know why they're doing this when they could just run at our siege force. Very strange. Very, very strange indeed. Well, we'll fight them here. No problem. And we'll go hit their capital. That'll be fine. The siege will be done in just a month. No problem there. And then we have a couple more sieges to do out over here. But we're incredibly close to ending this. We just stack wiped their army there. They're coming up this way. Sure. Okay. 19 months. That siege isn't worthwhile. We're going to chase these guys down. We're not going to catch them anytime soon, but we're going to follow them here. Actually, it's kind of getting close to catching them. We're not far behind them here. We did catch them there. Cool. So this will end the war. This siege and this battle, for sure. We're already capped at Battle War score, but the siege ends it. Fantastic. So the war's over. We enforce our demands and disband our troops. Now, this guy has to be granted independence as our first action. So we'll grant him independence, and we will then do this. And of course, the reason we did that was because of the rule set that we are playing under here. Okay. Cool. So, that is a very, very long, unbroken coastline from here to here. I love it. You don't give me joy. We need to eliminate this guy. We could do a Great Holy War for Kingdom. It's not great at all. This would be valid, but that's also in the category of non-great. Let's take a look at what duchies are available here. Okay. These two would have to be granted independence. That's not as bad as this. These four would have to be granted independence. Yikes. Okay, so I think we're going to go for this one. And we are going to have to grant those independence. That's completely okay. So we're going to raise up our troops about here. Raising men-at-arms and levies. We'll need around 10k. Not too bad. So we'll bring in those 10k. Okay, 15k will do. These guys show up, and we're just going to immediately run at these. Cool. There we go. Now, they have a lot of different types of men-at-arms, that's for sure. But we don't care. That's not relevant to us. We won that fight. We're going to grab this location. That siege should go very quickly. And then we're going to go hit their capital, which is only a level 4-4. We'll throw all these traitors in jail. Cool. And we are above our vassal limit right now, which we should definitely work on. This is a Jarldom over here. Actually, look at this. We can definitely make a duchy down here, right? Tripolitania? Yeah, do it. We'll grant that over. 2 vassals go with. And that puts us at our limit. Beautiful. These guys are retreating. Actually, they're attacking. No, they're retreating to our territory over here. That's interesting. Oh, they're retreating through our territory to here. Okay. That's fine. No major concern there. We're going to take over their capital here. Of course, as usual, taking their capital could always just instantly end the war. We'll see if that happens. No. There's only 53% this time. But that's okay. Sure, we'll pay the royal court a visit. We can be even more generous than this guy. And that's all we have to do in the royal court. Fantastic. I like it. There's also a lot over here that we can grant out. Like, we have a lot of vassals under us that are not kings, and we definitely want to change that later on. That will for sure be something that we can work on. There are even some vassals that we can grant to rightful lieges, and we can vassalize a guy. Interesting. We can't do that. Actually, we can do that while we're at war. Consider it done. Okay. I'd love to stop them from actually finishing this siege. I don't know that... Ooh, they're leaving. They abandoned their siege. You know what? We're just going to siege here. Let's see what they do here. Really? That was their choice. Interesting. I guess they're going to go for their capital here? I don't know. They're actually going to attack us here. And they could win this. But let's see what happens. We can always raise more troops if we need to. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought we weren't going to lose that. The game thought we were, but I was just like, I don't know that we actually will. They're going to get minus 50% from their defensive bonuses from our commander. We have such numbers advantage. Sure, they have more men-at-arms counter, but it didn't matter in the end. We'll enforce those demands and disband our troops. Naturally, we can't grant these out. Fascinating. Because we actually got the duchy here. So this is de jure our territory. We are not required to grant that out. We'll demand a conversion from this guy. And we will grant this out to a noble of the Norse culture. And he does convert, and we can transfer her on over. Fantastic. Okay, so we don't have to grant out territory here because this is held under this duchy. I expected the duchy to not transfer here, but it did, and so we don't have to do that. Cool. So that gives us the entire African Mediterranean coast. Beautiful. And our unbroken coast is now from here to here. I like it. I would like to break into Iberia a little bit more. So we could declare on this guy for just a single county of Asturias de Oviedo. And let's go ahead and do that. We'll raise up our troops right around here. Only need 6,600. Okay. No big deal there. Trial by combat? West Francia wants to trial by combat us. I decline. Why would I ever accept that? Okay, we have enough troops here that they're probably going to lose this. I don't know why they walked in. I guess our men-at-arms popped in at, like, the last moment there. But even so, that was an interesting maneuver. No doubt about that. We're going to get our mangonels and levies split off here, and we're going to go grab the Wurgle with this guy. The rest of our forces, I'm assuming they're retreating to their capital here. I don't know that for a fact. Okay, we're going to take some attrition back this way, but that's okay. Interesting. Well, now. I didn't realize that these guys were allied here. Okay. Good to know. So, we finish up here, and we're going to immediately run. We're going to fight this fight here. We're raising up additional troops here. Now, we're going to make our way up this direction. We'll take a little bit of attrition, but not much. Now, they're coming after this force. We're going to move away, and we're going to raise up our troops now over here. And we're going to head over here ourselves. Cool. They may end up catching this force. If they do, that's no big deal. We don't care about that. Okay. Fascinating. So we're going to come over here and siege. Our main fighting force is here, but we need more numbers. We got a few numbers, but we are a little bit short on troops right now. I'm going to have these guys embark, and they'll land over here. And we're just going to replenish a bit here. We may want to hire a merc unit as well to bolster our numbers slightly. Yeah, we could hire the Iron Arms Company and the Band of the Black Monk. That'll bolster our numbers by a solid amount. And then we'll bring that in over here. And then these guys will come up here. Beautiful. Now, these guys are pretty spread out and aren't going to be able to respawn here super quickly. They'll respawn somewhat quickly. And we finished up this siege here. But I believe we need to siege this down, this city. Let's see. Yes. But that goes very quickly. We win this fight. And that puts us at 79% war score. Fantastic. We're going to send these guys over to here. And this seems fine. We do have a learning perk available. We will take open-minded. Done. I'm going to chase these guys down a bit. Yes. They're going to fight our siege force. But I think we'll last. Yes, we barely lasted, but we did last indeed. And now we're going to let these guys lock in, and we'll come down here and fight them. Our siege force will continue to siege. Cool. These guys will trickle in. They're not going to do very much to us. Beautiful. And the war's over. Hello, pause menu. We'll enforce our demands and disband our troops. This will, of course, be granted out to a noble of the Norse culture. And the question now is, what can we do about Leon here? Well, the answer, of course, is that we can just take this claim. Done. We'll raise up here. And how many are we going to need? Not many is the answer. This is already enough. Cool. We're going to head in over this way. And now that we've arrived here, we're going to split off our siege force. Now, we do have our merc forces here still, and we're able to continue to use those. So that's great. We're going to come down over here, see if we can fight this force. Let's see what we've got here. They're retreating a bit. Okay. Our husband died. Relief washed over us, and we need a new one. Specifically because we need the stewardship. Cool. Matrilineal marriage looks good. And we're going to go hit their capital here. We don't have a siege commander. We'll get one. Okay. And we'll catch their army here, too. They stopped running. That's an interesting call, to be sure, and not one that I would have made. We're going to move up over here to siege. Cool. Okay, their capital will fall, and this should end the war. There we go. We'll enforce those demands, disband our troops, and that's already granted out. So that's fantastic. That gives us the entire northern coast of Iberia. I love it. And with that, it is about time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we're going to continue expanding in Iberia, as well as in Africa, and over here in this Byzantine area, too. Everywhere around the Mediterranean is where we'd like to be focused on. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including Casserole, Sigma162, JJ Gamer, Kentuin, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Video Games Are Not Real, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Kadra, Raw Potato, Elmichi Nazi, Justin Everett, Emiliano Cambron, Martin Lawrence, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.